Hi everyone, welcome back to Paper Craft Possibilities and to my craft room. Today I'm going to be working with a new set of papers from Stampin' Up called Countryside. I think it's Country Inn. Let me double check. Country Inn, and there, I'll put a picture over here somewhere. They are 12 by 12 sheets. You get 2 pieces of each paper in the collection. I'll go ahead and link it down below too, but let me roll the intro, the new intro, because you know everything's new right now. So I'm going to roll that and I'll be right back with you. Here we go. What do you guys think of the new intro? I just thought it was maybe time to change it up a little since we're starting everything new. Constructive criticism is always welcome. Today we are going to be recording some pictures of my daughter on her wedding day, and I just thought it was appropriate for this paper pack that came from Stampin' Up. So here are some of the shots I'm going to include. One of like a silhouette of her at the hotel where she was getting ready, and then one special picture I've always loved of the two of us. So I'm going to be cutting out some paper. Let me show you what my plan is. This sapphire paper from Close to My Heart goes absolutely perfect with this paper collection from Stampin' Up. And just so you all know, those of us who came over from Close to My Heart, we are able to use our Close to My Heart product until December of this year, just so we can work through our back stock of product that we have. So that was very generous of them to allow us to do that. And so you'll be seeing a mixture of both companies until December. Hopefully a lot more of this Stampin' Up. I was trying to work through some of my other products that I had from Close to My Heart, so we'll just have to play it by ear. But I'm excited about this particular collection. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to gut out just 3 sides of this paper. So I'm going to remove the center of both of these sapphire papers, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, I've done one page, and I just wanted to come in and show you what I'm doing with this second page. So again, I'm taking the tape and running it down on my blue piece as close as I can get to the center. And I've left a 1-inch border on 3 sides, and I've saved the rest of this sapphire paper, so I have it to use on another project or possibly even on this one. So I want to make sure that this comes over evenly on each side. So, and here I want it to come all the way to the edge because I'm wanting it to look like one continuous piece of paper in my album. So I'm pretty good with that. So go ahead and place that down. And because I have been working with some papers in this collection, let me pull you out just a little bit. It's a little hard when we've got 2 pages here. Eventually I'm just going to work on one at a time, but I want you to see what I'm doing here. Let me see. When I wanted to use this paper, isn't that pretty? And it matches that sapphire like perfect. Then I've got another one I want to bring in here. And I'm thinking about bringing this in. And this is, when you cut this type of paper, and this has a direction to it, and so do these, just make sure when you're cutting your paper that you've got it all the same length or same direction. So I'm going to have to cut this one off just a little if I want to use it there. And then I can actually cut off some of this because I don't need, let me do this all in one for right now. We'll just do 1 page at a time. Because we don't need all of this under here, I can cut some of that off. And then I was thinking about bringing in some more sapphire here. Or pine. I don't know what I want to do. So let's look at both. There is pine, and to be honest with you, I'm not crazy about that. So maybe we can bring that in on something else. Here is the sapphire that I just cut the center out of. Make sure I'm on the dark side. Let's move you up just a little. So if I put down a white mat and then I put our picture, or I could do it the opposite way. I could do the matte and then the white. What would pop better off of this decorative paper? There's that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do the sapphire and then I'll do the white. And so let me just kind of get that ready to go. Again, I'm gonna be changing these papers, but I'm just gonna put these down to see what I get. So let's try that. Then I might bring in some of these 3x4s. Put them up in here, and I will probably mat them the same way. So there's that. And then I'm thinking I might want to bring in some of this and kind of offset it. This is going back to the decorative paper, country something. I'm going to be learning these, bear with me. And I think I might want to bring this one down in here, but, let's see what happens here. I made these really delicate die cuts off of a die set that I've had forever. Aren't they great? Look how delicate that is. And I thought about putting this under here also. Not with it maybe, but just by itself. Might leave a little bit of it hanging out, kind of as just a border there. Wonder what this would look like with both. And I might just cut it to be the same width as this paper here. And if I use this, it completely loses the effect of the really feminine part of this. So I think I might try for something like that. And I might leave out some of that blue on there. And then I also cut out this doily. I don't know if that's just too much in there. So there's that. And then I wanted to use one of my new die sets from Stampin' Up. And this is called Flowers of Beauty. And I have the stamp and I have the die cuts. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna die cut some of these out in different ways, and we'll come back and we'll look at them. So let me get to working on some of this and I'll be right back. I'm going to jump back in here and just kind of talk you through what I'm doing. These die cuts are all from the new set from Stampin' Up called Flowers of Beauty. And I do have the die cuts and the stamps. And I've thoroughly enjoyed using them. And then I've stamped the flowers all in the close to my heart stamp, the ink, which is sapphire. And then I've come in with a blending brush with just a little bit more sapphire ink and just blended it on there. And then on the leaves, I've used the pine cardstock from Close to My Heart. Now I'm coming back in with some little rhinestones or some sparkle dots, whatever you'd like to call them, and just placing them in a couple places. You'll be able to see these better when we come back and we do the close-up shots at the end of the video, which I always do. I just love how that border die cut at the bottom is just so feminine looking to me, and then the doily at the top. So now we're going to work on another page. This will be, I believe, the first page of the two, so it'll go on the left-hand side. And I think I'm going to come in here and kind of flip these around. I'm going to still come in. So what you'll notice here is I've cut out the center of that blue paper that looks like it's going to go across just to save some. You know, every little bit you can save. And I'm loving this new paper pack from Stampin' Up called, oh my gosh, Country Inn. And this paper is hard to see, but there is a direction to it. So I've got the lines going down horizontal. And then you want to make sure when you cut them and you're cutting your other side, if you're doing them separate, that they're both going in the same direction. And I'm going to get that settled in there. Bring back in the pictures. And here you'll notice I switch them around. And the reason being is my daughter in the left-hand picture is looking to her left. And I want her to be looking into the center of the page. So there we go. We're flipping it around a little there. And I should preface this by, this is a scrapbook for her wedding. That's for me. She already has a wedding book, but I wanted this one just for my own purposes. So that's why there is a picture of she and I there. It's just one of my favorite pictures of the two of us. And I wanted that there. So that's why it's there. And there'll be some others that you'll look at later on when I'm finishing these pages going, why did you put that one in? It's because it's a book for me and not for her. She has one. This tea ruler, I'm certainly hoping that Stampin' Up will bring something like this into their collection of tools. There isn't a page that I don't do where I use this. It's such a special tea roll. It's not a standard one because that top pops off and it's magnetic. So I'm hoping that they bring that in. And down at the bottom, I have used a stamp set that says, I think it says, he popped the question and she said yes, something like that. And that's a Close to My Heart collection. And that one is called Love Story. And it's the card making Love Story collection. And I stamped that again in the sapphire ink. And this doily was cut out of the sapphire paper. And pretty soon, as soon as I figure out how to do it, I'm going to be linking the Stampin' Up! Provided us with a link to, or a paper that has the colors of our cardstock and their cardstock and what matches up the best with them. So as you run out of your cardstock from Close to My Heart, you'll then be able to switch over to Stampin' Up! And they have one that's almost identical to this one. In fact, I have it sitting on my desk. Let me see if I can. I cannot read this with the glasses I have on, so can't get the tea right now. But we'll get it figured out. I'm going to post it here on my desk, so whenever I'm sharing videos with you, I'll be able to tell you as you all run out of Stampin' Up, or excuse me, Close to My Heart products. It's going to take us a while. Anyways, that you'll be able to switch over to something that's comparable with Stampin' Up. These are the dimensionals from Stampin' Up, and I must say I'm loving them. And using those reverse tweezers is something else that's always close to me here in my tool chest next to my desk. And here's that pine cardstock coming in, and that is, again, that die cut is from the Flowers of Beauty Stampin' die set from Stampin' Up. This little glue bottle will stay with me forever. I use another glue and then bring it in and put it in this bottle. It's easier for my hands to handle when you have arthritis. So I'm just tucking that in there. And you just need little dots of glue. You don't need a whole lot. It does dry clear, so if it comes out just a little, that you can get away with. Here I'm just showing you what I did with the inks and how I came into those die cuts once I had die cut them and put down that little bit of blue ink with my brush pen there, or my brush, my blending brush. There we go. Just about got that corner tucked in. I think I'm going to put that little flower up at the top, which again is a die that is in with the new Stampin' Up set I have. And there I'm showing it to you. Quite a few things you could use. And you always see that I keep extra stuff that I've die cut in the containers. And there are those flowers that I was just showing you, little tiny flower. And what's so nice is that there's so many that you can cut at once. So you can have them, you know, for a long time to use on other spreads, because you could use a flower just about anywhere. If you're just starting out your collection of dies and stamps, flowers are a great way to go. There's very few pages where you can't use them. And I've got several different heights of things on here. You'll notice, you know, I use my dimensional dots or my 3D foam dots. I've used that on some of the flowers, and then I'm tucking some underneath them. Coming back in with the rhinestones. I'll look. I will list all of these items down below at the bottom of the video, where you just click on where it says more ... and a big old window will open up and it'll show you all the product that I've used. So I think I'm done with this. So I'm going to pull these sheets off and show you the pages together. My daughter just, she looked absolutely beautiful that day. So I'm just showing you everything I've used there. That's the stamp set from Close to My Heart, obviously. And here's the doily set I used. And I think we're just about there. Just doing some trimming, cleaning it up just a little before I take some pictures. And I think that's it. So please don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and until next time, we'll see you soon.